probably sick of answering this question, but how much does Owen Flores mean to this team? Because I think he, in some ways, single-handedly kept you in that game for quite a bit.
Well, there's momentum breakdowns for sure. I thought we got on our heels when we had that 2-goal lead, and we slipped there a little bit as far as putting games back to back together, and forgot what it was like to hold on to the lead. And then we got on our heels too much and relied on Owen. So at the end of the day, the result speaks for itself. And to answer your question, I hope I don't have to find out what it's like to not have Owen Flores part of this group.
Yeah. Now you've coached a while, you've played a while. Have you ever been on a team with a goalie that's done this much for a team?
Well, one thing, show me a good coach and I'll show you a good goalie. And I know that expression has been around for a long time. But in order to win anything in your life, you're gonna have to find a way to stop the puck. And Owen Flores is going to make your team look good and cover up a lot of mistakes. And I've been fortunate to win quite a bit as a head coach championship. And we've had a lot of great goalies through there. But Owen is right up there as far as his impact on this team.
Absolutely, yeah. The one thing today, I think you went 0 for 4 in a power play and didn't look particularly good. Is there anything put your finger on as to what's going on there?
Oh, we just weren't shooting the puck. You can't score unless you shoot, and we're trying to be too cute. And again, you got to find a way to get the puck to the net. And I didn't think we did that. They did a good job of keeping us to the outside, and they frustrated us. And at the end of the day, you just got to get pucks to the net, and hopefully you get a lucky one somewhere like that. And if you're not shooting, you don't have those breaks go your way.
For sure. 17 wins now, which ties you for last year. Does that mean anything, or do you even care about stuff like that?
We did it in 40 games fewer than an entire season, and every single one of them feel just as good as the other one. But yeah, I think it's a good sign that our organization is on the right track. And when you look at our young guys who are going to be here for years, hopefully, so the stability and the culture that we're establishing here is being driven by a young core group. And the fact that we got to last season's win output 40 games fewer is a huge sign that this is a positive step in the right direction.
For sure. You've got 7-game road trip coming up, and it's kind of blocked off by week. Like, do you look at it as a whole road trip, or do you go week by week, or how do you kind of fragment that down?
We got a long-term goal of making the playoffs, and whether that's 8th place or first place, and believe me, we prefer first place, but it's playoffs is our goal, and that's a long-term goal, and we go about trying to achieve it in small increments every single week by being 500 or more every single week, and they're all going to add up, and we've only lost one weekend. So for us, we're looking at the road trip just as a 3-game segment, and then a 2-game segment, and then another 2-game segment as we go along. So if we can win the week and get at least 500% of the points every week, at the end of the year, we'll be exactly where we need to be.
Sure. Now, although it's a long road trip, you do come back, right? You go up north and then you come back, so it's not like you're gone for 2.5 weeks.
No,
right?
Yeah, we come back, and even Barrie and Brampton, they're short, they're quick ones, and then we back, and then we get the Christmas break, and then we're boom, and then back here for some home cooking on New Year's Eve.
For sure, great. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
2-1 against Brantford right now in the K9 Cup. I mean, for 4 years they dominated you. Is that a one thing you wanted to get off your bucket list for the team?
For me, it was frustrating last year because the team was a very good hockey team and they beat us all 4 games and couldn't find a way to beat them. I don't look so much to the history of the 26-game streak that we didn't beat them. This is a new era. This is a new culture. This is a new way going forward. And right now we have the slight edge on the season series. And embrace the past, but look forward to the future. And part of that past was the streak. And you understand it. You find a way to use that as motivation. I thought those guys were extremely motivated to come out on top tonight.
Asadorian comes back, a goal each game, coming back into the lineup. Were you surprised by that?
Not at all, especially when you saw how hard he worked when he wasn't in the lineup and how committed he was. He's a great individual. He's a guy just like you don't know what you have until he's gone. Our penalty kill suffered without him, and the impact that he has in the locker room, both on and off the ice, can't really be measured. So 2 wins in 2 games since Alex's return, I don't think is coincidence.
Well, Coach, they were working you guys pretty in that third period down low behind the net. Like they were cycling real well. They outshot you 16-4, but you guys bent but didn't break. What was the key to making sure that you were able to come away with the 2 points, even though in that third period you were playing defense for most of it?
No, I mean, we gave up shots, but we gave up shots from the outside, and that's what happens when you protect the slot and the inside. And when you got a really good goalie, I mean, you can play like that sometimes. You just don't want to give up that one grade A that can get in the back of the net, and that's what we gave up all the way at the end with a 6-on-4. But you go back to the first game of the season where we had 50 shots on the net. They were all from the outside. When you have a great goalie, he might be tired making 48 saves, but unless they want to penetrate the middle and get to the dirty areas, we're going to find ways to keep them on the outside. And for us, I thought we did that. Brady Waslin's goal, 3 guys at the net, picking pucks kind of out of that thing, and I thought we did a better job of getting to the inside.
And it's the second straight game that Kevin and Lashko haven't got on the score sheet, but you're still finding ways to score. So talk about the guys like Aerosmith. Brady got on the board. You talked about already Asadorian, and as well Doherty getting on the board. So your depth scoring coming through, even though your top guys are kind of going through a little bit of a slump. So is that an encouraging thing? I know you want to get those other guys going, but how do you assess that?
For me, the most important stat that we have is in the win column, and like we said, we got 17 wins, 40 games fewer than we did last season. I mean, it's great if Kevin scores or Lashko scores, and you want them to get rewarded for being your offensive guys. And there's peaks and valleys. Right now, Lashko's in a little bit of a valley, but still having a huge impact on the game. And same thing, with Rubes, and Zada didn't score tonight, and Kevin didn't score tonight, even though he had 2 assists. And we were even saying, I'd love to see some of the depth come through and carry us, and Aerosmith and Sean Doherty. I mean, those are 2 huge goals. Rookie, his 4th goal of the season. Brady Waslin. I mean, those are unexpected goal scorers that really carried us to a victory today. And some games you need that when the top guys aren't going.
And lastly, Andrew Shaw dropped the puck tonight. A guy that was a hard-nosed, heart and soul type player for the IceDogs. Are you hoping that the guys kind of see players like that and know that you don't just have to be a 100-point scorer to get drafted to the NHL? Work hard, and a guy like Andrew Shaw kind of epitomizes what it's like to work hard as a grinder that can make it if you're not one of those top guys.
100%. He played 11 seasons, had 544 points, an OHL championship, 2 NHL Stanley Cups, 190 games in this league with over 300 penalty minutes. I mean, you don't amass that type of career without being a hockey gamer. And the fact he's a proud Niagara IceDogs alum, just, you welcome somebody like that with open arms. And, all the guys really wanted to play for, a Stanley Cup champion, especially with the alumni here. So I thought we did a really good job finding a way to respond.